So I was recently at a dinner party and the conversation sort of turned to what I did. And I said that I did not have a job since 2011. And of course, so the question comes like, how does that work? Now, I was not triggered in that moment, and nor would there be any really good reason to be, I don't think. But if I was to be triggered, then I probably would have had a more thorough response in what it is that I do. Sometimes I just find that trying to explain to people what it is that I do and how my life works is more trouble than it's worth if they don't understand it. And even after a long explanation of what it is that I do, they're still not really going to understand it. Then what was the point in wasting all that time and energy and explaining in the first place? And sometimes that's how my life works, because I'm trying to get to the next thing. I could sit here and have a conversation for 15, 20, 30 minutes, and that was never scripted into my schedule. It was never budgeted for in my schedule. Ends up taking time away from the things that I was planning to do in my day. And I think this is how ambitious people tend to think, that they want to get everything done and move with urgency, right? Their time is limited. Energy is limited. Once you've set your mind on doing something, you don't want to question it, because that just wastes more energy. You just want to go and do it and get it done the way that you designed your day. But the reason I have not had a traditional or formal job since 2011 is because I decided that wasn't for me. I started building a business, and I knew, at least for me, it looked to be the least risky option. The risky option was going to work every morning to do a job I didn't like and to be surrounded by people I didn't like and bosses I didn't like. And that was just not a life that I wanted to live. I don't look down on anybody who can do a job. I actually admire them. It's because I couldn't do a job that I ended up having to choose this life path. The other way wasn't working. And if I was to sort of summarize it, although it's really not encompassing of everything I do, I write about a quarter of a book per week. That equates to roughly 15,000 to 20,000 words. Now, I think a lot of people sort of think, when they're thinking in terms of work, they have a compartment for it in their minds. It's kind of like it occupies the space from 9 to 5 or 8 to 6 or whatever the variation on that might be. I guess for some people that's later, they got some late shifts. So maybe it's 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. or whatever the case might be. It occupies a certain space in their lives. They have a start time for their job and they have the end time for their job. And once they're off work, they can go and do whatever they want. It's not the way an entrepreneur's life works. We're sort of on 24/7. And it's like if an opportunity drops in our lap, looks like something that we really need to and want to pursue for a business, we're just going to jump at it at the drop of a hat and get into motion for it. Clients might call or send emails at really strange and unusual times through the day because they have a schedule. Entrepreneurs often don't. When you know what it's going to take as an entrepreneur, at least you don't want to bargain with the price of what it's going to take. It's more like, let me embrace that. Even though there's going to be weeks where I know I don't want to do it and wake up and write another 15,000 words this week, this is what I've committed to doing. And depending on the client you're serving or the project you've taken on to do, that might be your life. That might be what it looks like. And it's definitely not going to be 9 to 5. Much of my life has been 9 to 9 lately, or 9 to 10, and on some rare occasions 9 to 2 or even 3 a.m. And so people wonder why their emails are not getting answered by Friday, because those long days usually happen between Monday and Thursday. By Friday, I might be feeling a little bit fried, depending on the week that I just had. And I may not be able to be as productive as I could be. I mean, think of it this way. If you just came from a vacation and you got a 10 and you're feeling great and you got the perfect sleep and the perfect rest and you're coming back to do a project, things that may have taken you 3 to 5 hours beforehand now only take you an hour because you're sharp and you're together and you've got the willpower. And then the opposite of that is you could be burning out. You could be working for 2 years straight. And then the things that should take you 3 to 5 hours are taking you 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Sometimes it's like that. But all that to say, I've embraced the entrepreneurial life, you see. So if people don't understand, that's really okay. The cool part about it is that I don't have to work a job. But I guess the part that I don't like is if there was any kind of implication or insinuation that I've been irresponsible, or I'm not doing the responsible thing by choosing the path that I've chosen. I scraped and clawed for everything I have, and I don't even think it's that much. And I'm grateful for everything that I had, but what I've scraped and clawed for, some people have achieved far more than what I have achieved to this point. And all that is the difference in personal growth and leadership and entrepreneurship and mindset. That's it. That's the only difference. Entrepreneurship is the most responsible thing I could do for my life. That may not be true of everyone's life, but for me, it is the path. There is no other path.
Unlock the secrets to skyrocketing your productivity, boosting performance, and maximizing profits with my latest premium guide, the Productivity, Performance, and Profits Blackbook. Tailored for independent artists and entrepreneurs, this comprehensive resource is your roadmap to turning ideas into reality. Say goodbye to abandoned projects collecting dust on your shelves or buried in your hard drives. It's time to bring your vision to life. Grab your free copy of the Productivity, Performance, and Profits Blackbook now at davidandrewweeb.com/blackbook. That's WIEBE. Don't miss out on the key to unlocking your success.